Back in 2010, Kevin hosted one of Diddy's hotel parties, which was filled with half-naked women and drinks where he could be seen sitting on the edge of a...
The fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes.
We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early.
Kevin Hart sat backstage, eyes locked on his phone screen, his signature smile gone. The room, once filled with the usual banter and laughter that followed his comedy rehearsals, had fallen silent. A new video had just surfaced, leaked by none other than 50 Cent, and it was spreading like wildfire across social media. But this wasn't just any exposé. It was deeply personal, and Kevin Hart was visibly shaken. The footage featured Diddy in a compromising, chaotic moment at a private industry party, and in the background, faint but unmistakable, was Kevin Hart's voice. He had been there, and he had no idea he was being recorded. If you want every shocking update, every leak, every celebrity reaction, subscribe now. We're tracking this scandal as it explodes in real time. The footage, apparently filmed on a security camera and later enhanced, showed a late-night gathering inside what appeared to be Diddy's mansion.
We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early.
I should.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and...
A dimly lit room filled with celebrities, champagne, and carefully concealed conversations. Diddy was caught in the middle of an intense exchange with an unidentified guest, gesturing erratically and slurring words, clearly under some kind of influence. But what startled viewers the most was a brief interaction. Kevin Hart laughing nervously as Diddy pulled him aside and whispered something into his ear. Social media exploded with speculation. What had Diddy said? Why did Kevin look so visibly uncomfortable? And why did 50 Cent, who's been at war with Diddy for years, have access to this video in the first place? Kevin, usually the first to poke fun at scandals, remained completely silent. For hours, then nearly an entire day, not a word. Until finally, during a closed-door taping of his upcoming Netflix special, he broke down. Audience members inside the studio revealed that Kevin abruptly stopped mid-joke, pacing the stage before confessing he was beyond angry.
I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane.
We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early.
He described the video as a violation of trust, of privacy, and of decency. "That man put me in a room I didn't want to be in," he said, voice trembling. "And now another man is using that moment to take shots and make noise. I'm sick of being a pawn in somebody else's war." Behind the scenes, Kevin's team scrambled. They contacted platforms to request takedowns. Legal letters were drafted. Publicists debated whether to issue a statement or let the moment die in the news cycle. But it was too late. The internet had already clipped the moment. TikToks, reaction videos, analysis breakdowns, the content was multiplying by the minute. Even comedy pages were reposting Kevin's reaction, overlaying it with clown music or exaggerated captions like, "Kevin realized he was in too deep." Meanwhile, 50 Cent showed no remorse. He doubled down, tweeting cryptic remarks and mocking both Diddy and Kevin in rapid succession. "I told y'all the truth always comes out," he wrote. "Ain't no such thing as innocent in that room." He posted screenshots of DMs allegedly from other celebrities who had witnessed similar situations, calling it just the beginning. Kevin's frustration wasn't just with the video, it was with the narrative being built around him. For years, he had tried to remain politically neutral in Hollywood's ugly feuds. While he joked about celebrity drama, he rarely picked sides. But now he was being dragged into the center of the storm, caught between two moguls with decades of history and grudges that ran deep. Those close to Kevin say he felt betrayed by both parties. Diddy, for putting him in an environment where such a scandal could occur, and 50, for weaponizing that moment without warning or context. The leaked footage didn't suggest Kevin did anything wrong, but it made him look complicit, like he'd knowingly attended a shady gathering and kept quiet. That perception alone was enough to damage his brand. Sponsors started asking questions. A major shoe brand reportedly postponed an upcoming campaign launch featuring Kevin. Streaming platforms began privately reviewing projects involving him. While no contracts were pulled immediately, the air had changed. Kevin was no longer the untouchable comedy king. He was a potential liability thanks to a 2-minute clip he didn't even know existed. As the scandal grew, more footage began surfacing. Snippets of old interviews, party clips, and throwback photos tying Kevin to both Diddy and 50 over the years. Internet sleuths pieced together a timeline suggesting Kevin may have known more about behind-the-scenes chaos than he ever admitted. He fired back on his podcast, denying any knowledge of wrongdoing and doubling down on his outrage. "I'm not part of no circus," he said. "I came in this game to make people laugh, not be part of y'all's dirty soap opera." But his voice cracked during that rant, and fans noticed. This wasn't the usual defiant Kevin Hart. This was someone realizing that even years of goodwill, box office hits, and image management couldn't protect him from the internet's appetite for controversy.
You know, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not.
Diddy, for his part, remained uncharacteristically quiet. His legal team issued a blanket statement condemning unauthorized surveillance and hinting at civil suits. But insiders claimed he was more concerned about who else had access to the tapes and whether more embarrassing moments could drop. 50 Cent continued trolling on Instagram, even releasing limited edition merch with a blurred still from the video and the caption, "Don't whisper if you ain't ready to be heard." It wasn't just a personal blow for Kevin. It was a professional turning point. He was forced to reckon with the dark side of fame in a way he never had before. He had managed to survive scandals, cheating rumors, old tweets, creative flops, but this was different. This was being caught in the machinery of Hollywood warfare, where your reputation could be shattered not by your actions, but by who you stood next to in a dimly lit room years ago. By week's end, Kevin's team announced he would be taking a short break from public appearances to recalibrate. He canceled 2 talk show interviews and pushed back a press tour for an upcoming film. His fans rallied online, but the damage lingered. Some asked why he ever associated with Diddy at all. Others demanded he call out 50 Cent more directly, and a few simply said, "This is what happens when you play the middle for too long." Whether Kevin can rebound from this moment remains to be seen, hardworking and beloved by millions. But the rules have changed. In an era where one video can erase years of brand building, even someone as sharp as Kevin Hart isn't safe. All it takes is one whisper, one camera, one leak, and the world stops laughing.